What's up, weirdos? Welcome to So Mid MMA's UFC 321. Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn main card predictions. I will be using my methods that nobody else is using, and I don't care what you fucking think, okay? So, the first fight here, we got European Nightclub Bodyguard versus Uga Uga looking ass over here. I'm gonna have to go with Rakic on this one. I think Rakic has the better wins. He's proven more. He's proven that he can hang in there with the better fighters, with the ugly asses like Ankalaev and Yuri. Well, Yuri's not that ugly, but he's autistic. Um, he has beat up a few ugly people here that I see. Anthony Smith, Jimmy Manuel. Yeah, pretty ugly. Yeah, Uga Uga over here. Little short, stubby. He is dense, has a lot of power, but his wins are not that impressive. Ribeiro, Alonzo, Tylenol, Menefield, Dustin Jacoby. It's very whatever. Rakic could beat those guys easily as well. Plus, Rakic just looks way better. Like, he's got more going on for him, which actually would be a defense to go for Azuma since he's ugly and has nothing else going for him. But yeah, I think Rakic is more skilled overall. And Asma had a fight with this guy. Let me see if I can find his name. Uh, Nichikwi. Nichikwi had a fight with Nichikwi, and he was losing that fight, and he won by a fluke third round KO. So yeah, I can't stand with that. So I'm gonna go with Rakic. Next fight, we got a guy that really hates Cyril Gahn and another guy that probably really hates him too, because other than the French, who likes Cyril Gahn, honestly? Or John Jones when he's on one, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we got Alexander Volcano here against the human blanket, Gelton Almeida. I'm gonna go with Volkov here. Uh, I think he's got a lot of rage inside of him from that robbery from that fucking Frenchman. So definitely assisted by the Soviet Potato. I've been watching my TikToks. You know who the Soviet Potato is. He is probably the best influencer slash um, coach. Fucking, I don't know. He's just a fucking potato. It's not it's not much to it. But yeah, I think this is an easy one. Honestly, Almeida, all he's gonna do is just lay on him like a fucking blanket, and obviously a blanket will not defeat a volcano. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. I know, but in all seriousness, though, like Volkov has he has great takedown defense. Um, don't think Almeida will get him down. I think his reach, he's gonna use his reach to his advantage, and Almeida is gonna attempt to take him down, and he's gonna start failing, and start getting tired, and that's when Volkov is gonna start piecing him up. And I think I could see a late third round TKO by Volkov. I think it's a great matchup for him. I think they kind of set this up so he could actually fight for the belt next because he has history with Gon and he does have history with Aspinall. He lost against Aspinall, but that's a valid rematch since he's looked better after it. And also, he can get his, if Gon were to win, I hope not. That's a whole storyline right there. He got robbed, and he's getting a second chance for the belt. So, and let's be honest, nobody wants to see Almeida fighting for the belt. Yeah, he's also like really vulnerable to like shots in the clinch. Like he doesn't really like hide his head or like move him correct position so he doesn't get hit with elbows and punches. So, and he's machine washable and he stinks, but who the fuck cares? Going Volcano on this one. I mean Volkov. He's gonna win this one by third round TK. Next we got Jacuzzi Mar Nurmagomedov Nurmagomedov versus Mario Batista, tack looking ass. Um, what can I say? There's not really much to say about this. Yeah. Mario's last win was not that impressive anymore because didn't age very well. Patchy Mix is he's pretty dog water. It's pretty shit. Like looked terrible. Both of his last fights. So not really much to work with here for Mario. And then he beat Jose Aldo, but he was already older. Just clinched them. Umar, you already know he's salty from losing to that little goblin Marab. That's like a big deal for them. That's like fucking losing a war. And Yeah, he's salty, he's dangerous, and he wants to go in that jacuzzi with his 100 plus cousins after. That's what they're most excited for. So there's a lot on the line here for Umar. If there's no win, there's no jacuzzi. So I'm going to go with Umar on this one. Unanimous decision. Believe it or not, there's a lot on the line in this matchup. Not so much for Mackenzie Dumptruck over there, but more for Jandy Roba. Jandy Roba, I'm sure most of you don't know, but she is actually the leader and king of her own planet. Far, 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 millions and millions of light years away from Earth in a land called Jandy Roblandia. And it's just a bunch of little alien little freaks that look just like her. And all their eyes are multitasking just like her. And they're all depending on her to win this and bring gold so they can power up their planet and have enough energy to keep their planet alive, or they're all gonna freaking die. So she has a lot on the line. Dern over here, she's got nothing to lose. She's got the looks, obviously. Uh, a lot of views, as you know, you already know. Um, yeah, man, this just means a lot more for Jandy than for Dern. Um, Jandy loses, she loses her planet, she loses her people. If Dern loses, she can go to she can go to OnlyFans. So yeah, I think Jandy's taking her career way more serious. This is on a serious note. I think she takes it way more serious. I think Dern has a lot going on, like a lot of personal stuff. Not really gonna get into it, but I'm sure you've heard. Um, and I think both fighters have developed. They've gotten a lot better since their first matchup. But I think Jandy Roba has improved more than Mackenzie Dern. Um, but we'll see. This should be a good fight. Actually, a lot of people are not really excited about this, but this might be a barn burner, believe it or not. I think it'll be a good matchup. It's gonna be a 5-round matchup. Uh, I don't think it's gonna be close, but I do think it's gonna be scrappy. There's gonna be a lot of scrambles, a lot of crazy moments. I think Dern is gonna land a few big shots, but Jandy is gonna roll with the punches and implement her takedowns throughout the fight. So I'm gonna have to go with Vernie Jandaroba here for the sake of her own planet, Jandaroblandia. I'll make a short about it so you guys understand more. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Verna here. Unanimous decision. Actually, split decision. Let's make it interesting. And then we got the main event. Screw John Jones. Tom Aspinall is gonna make easy work off of cereal Fruit Loops gone. Shouldn't even be there. Should be Volkov. Aspinall is gonna mop the floor with cereal. I don't see. He's been joking around saying like he's gonna do like a boring fight, just all jabs for the 5 rounds. But that's bullshit. He's just fucking around. He's gonna fucking rugby tackle this motherfucker, and he's gonna try to get him that as soon as possible, potentially quicker than Jones. But I don't know if that'd be the case because something was off there that day. There was no way he fucking big brothered him like that immediately as a grown ass man. That's pretty embarrassing, and especially that's like your profession, what you do for a living. But I don't know. I'm not a fighter. I don't know how it works, but yeah, there's no way he's gonna lose this French guy. The only gray area we have, well, actually, technically, we have a lot of gray area with Tom Aspinall since most of his fights ended in the first round, so we don't know what's gonna happen if the fight goes a little longer. How his cardio is gonna hold. Can he take shots? How can he perform under adversity? We don't know that, but I don't think there's gonna be adversity. So hopefully it stays like that, and hopefully this doesn't make John Jones look good at all or better than Tom because he doesn't deserve it. Like, did you see the Hasbullah video? Like, what the heck, man? Jones is a dangerous man. He should not be roaming the streets. We got to do something about it before he does something else that's weird, Something more dangerous. He's a freak. Yeah. So please, Tom, don't give him anything that'll make him look better or feel better or make him more confident or, in any way that will make him want to tweet some bullshit. So The world depends on you, Tom, because we don't like Jones, and we do not want Cyril gone as a champ. Because if this guy wins, he's not gonna be fighting. And he's gonna fucking, you know, kind of just like la his way through the division and just like avoid certain matchups. And you know how it's gonna be. Hopefully, there would be a rematch if we were to lose. Knowing Cyril gone, they're probably gonna fucking do some fucking slimy trick to avoid that. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Tom's gonna whoop your ass, man. See it happening. I'm gonna go with, you know, easy prediction, just going by history. I'm gonna go with first round KO within 4 minutes. How about that?